Hi everyone, welcome to Jaais Knowledge. Today we are going to see Individualized Education Program, commonly referred as IEP, which is an educational program to be provided to a child with a disability. It is a written document that describes the educational plan for a student with a disability. It talks about the student's disability, the skills needed to learn, the activities in school, the services to be provided by school and where the learning will take place. There are 9 components of IEP. The first one is the demographic details. The second one is the child's present level of performance. The third one is the measurable annual goals. Fourth one is the short-term goals which are derived from annual goals. The fifth one is the progress. Sixth one is the special education services. Seventh one is a schedule of services, related services and the supplemented aids. Eighth one is the program modification, and the last one are the assessments. We'll see each components elaborately in the upcoming slides. The first component of IEP is the demographic details. Demographic details includes the details about the parents like father's name, mother's name, family income, location, language spoken, age, etc. The main detail in the demographic details are the background information and the associated conditions. The background information includes cause for the condition like prenatal or postnatal, whether the parents are related to each other, siblings details, developmental history, school history, etc. The associated conditions are nothing but the details about the additional disability that exists in the child apart from the current condition. Some Down syndrome kids are associated with autistic features. The second component of IEP is a child's present levels of academic and the functional performance. This section includes precise information about how the child is doing in school and sometimes in other aspects of life. This has been done by assessment only, as it helps for taking decisions concerning training, needs and future goals. There are 6 main reasons for assessment. The first one is for the screening purpose to identify children whose performance falls below expected levels. The second reason is to identify current level of function to compare the child's potential with a group of similar age. The third reason is it acts as a diagnostic tool to identify the reason behind the low performance. The fourth reason is to determine the potential for training to confirm that there is no major obstacle that will prevent improvement in specific area. The fifth reason is to establish a baseline for training. Here the assessment which will be regularly repeated, which are very useful in providing information to measure future achievements and the progress. And the sixth reason is to record progress and the monitor change. The third component of IEP is measurable annual goals. The goals in the IEP should be SMART. S stands for specific, M stands for measurable, A stands for achievable, R stands for relevant, and the T stands for time limited. Let's examine each of these concepts. The specific goals target areas of academic achievement and functional performance, also include clear descriptions of the knowledge and skills that will be taught and how the child's progress will be measured. M stands for measurable goals, which means we can count or observe it. It allows parents and teachers to know how much progress the child has made since the performance was last measured. A for achievable goals. This goal represents a skill that is reachable for your child, which are based on present levels of performance. R stands for realistic and relevant. This goal addresses the child's unique needs that results from the disability. These include academics, communication, social skills, functional skills, and vocational goals as appropriate. T stands for time limited. Time limited goal should state specifically by what time or date the student is expected to accomplish it. In time limited goal, progress monitoring should take place at regular intervals. The fourth component of IEP is short-term goals which are derived from annual goals. The goals for the year, that is the annual goals, should be broken down into short-term objectives or benchmarks. The fifth component of IEP is the child's progress. Students' progress during the learning process has to be carefully monitored in a particular task to decide whether any adaptations or modifications are needed to achieve the goal. The sixth component of IEP is special education services. While developing an IEP, special education services, related services, and supplementary aids to be provided for the child's needs should be given importance. While providing the special education services, the team must consider the strengths of the child, the concerns of the parents for their child's education, results of the initial or most recent evaluation of the child, and the academic, developmental, and functional needs of the child. The seventh component of IEP is schedule of services. The scheduled services should include information on frequency of services to be provided and duration of services to be provided. The eighth component of IEP is program modification, which includes an adapted program and a modified program. An adapted program retains the learning outcomes and helps the students to participate fully. For example, alternate formats like Braille, books on tape, instructional strategies like visual cues and aids, assessment procedures like oral exams, additional time. A modified program has learning outcomes which are substantially different from the prescribed curriculum and specifically selected to meet the students' special needs. The ninth component of IEP is assessments to measure the child's academic and the functional progress. After the stipulated period, the child's achievement to the set goal has to be evaluated. So, the assessment has to take into the account the basic requirements of assessment and assessor are the assessment should be appropriate to the needs and abilities of the child and should be carried out by a responsible person. The assessor should be objective and unbiased in their approach to the child and should understand the difference between norm referenced and criterion referenced assessments. Thus, the IEP process is very complex, but it's also an effective way to address how your child learns and functions. If this video is useful, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for future videos. Thank you.